Hello and welcome to wenll's Guide to Defeating Brewery in Challenge Mode Gold as a Hunter. So it's going to go pretty fast the first 3-4 rooms. Basically what you're going to want to do is kill the little floating essences. So the two aqua dancers in this first room, followed by all the fiery tricksters in this next room. And the reason for that is it'll decrease their health and damage they deal by like 50%. Once you've done that, just kind of lag behind the rest of your group and then follow them. And when you get to this third room, you want to start shooting all the brew, which will deal damage to all the monkeys along with killing some other monkeys that are in the room. So just shoot them really quick. Then you get to this fourth room, you're going to want to AoE all these down. Pop hero either in this room or the room directly in front of it, the boss's room. But you're going to want to pop hero right about this point. Once you AoE all these down, go ahead and go into the boss's room, throw down a frost trap so that it's easier for the tank to kite these ads. Do your best to kind of MD, AoE them down. And mainly what you want to do is you actually want to pick up these barrels that will be thrown along the sides. So try and pick them up. Do your best to get a hold of one of them, and then you want to run them into the groups of monkeys until you've killed about 40 of those monkeys, and then they'll all run out and the boss will come down. Once the boss comes down, you'll basically want to do damage to the boss, and you're basically going to try and pick up every single barrel that comes down and run it into the boss so you can get like that DPS increase. More barrel, you don't want your barrel to collide with other barrels either, so be careful of that, but basically just be on the lookout for barrels running around, and then you want to just click on them and roll them into Ook Ook so that you can get lots and lots of stacks on him. So we went ahead and did that. Once he's dead, kind of run over here, and basically what you're going to want to do is put on drums, speed of drums, put your pit on passive, and try and get through this whole next area without aggroing anything. I like to actually put a frost trap kind of up around here. I think it kind of helps, but you don't have to if you don't want to, but I mean it helps slow some of these enemies. Once you get up here, just go ahead and make sure you click on a bopper, and then you're going to basically pop all your cooldowns at this point and try and AoE down all the boppers as quickly as you can, the boppers along with all the other ads. The goal is to kill the boppers so that they'll drop hammers, which you can then use to help kill all the rest of the ads. Since you're normally going to want to pick them up, but because I'm range and everyone else is melee, I decided to kind of leave it up to the melee, since most of them are in their range anyways, and I'm trying to stay out of melee for that purpose, because there's ads that'll explode and other stuff. So occasionally when the boss spawns, he will do a whirlwind. Just do your best to stay out of the whirlwind. Also, he'll do a carrot breath. When he does that, basically just rotate around him to try and avoid the carrot breath. If you feel you're not going to be able to really position yourself or get around him, you can actually deterrence and just deterrence through the carrot breath, like I just did right there. and then make sure you just keep AoEing and MDing all the boppers and other mobs. Yeah, you can pick up a hammer to help AoE these mobs down. I don't know if I do it in this video or not, but it can help, but you'll probably end up having to be in melee range, and that's something I try to avoid doing. You can see my pet just died there, so I had to give it a quick res. I was like, oh no. Once the boss dies, all the ads will disappear. And then you just kind of run down as quickly as you can and attack this one mob. Not really anything to look out for too much on this mob, since your range, just kill it. From there, put on aspect of the pack, and then we use our road to kind of run through here very quickly. And then we run to the doorway, and then once we hit the doorway, I'll take off aspect of the pack. Or actually, rather, once the rogue's special thing wears off, I'll do it. Once we get to the very top. So once you get to the top, make sure you take off aspect of the pack. Go ahead and bring the two mobs into the boss's room with you. Kind of AoE them down together. Interrupt when you can. Because you're ranged, you shouldn't have to worry too much about the whole trail of mess that they leave behind. But just make sure you don't stay in that. Occasionally they'll cast a debuff on you that will make you so that beer comes out of your ears, so it goes from like side to side of you. So just make sure that there's no one on either side of you when that happens. So you can see like that, I got beer coming out of my ears. So just make sure there's no one on either side of me, and I'm like, woohoo. Once you get the last one nearly dead, just go ahead and run behind this pillar back here. Put your pet on passive, or just drag your pet back here, and you want everyone to kind of stack up back here so that all of the ads will come to you, and then from there you can AoE all these ads down together. Makes it a lot easier to AoE them down if you can group them up behind this pillar. There you're going to have another pack of mobs. Should be the final pack before the boss. So 4 more mobs to kill before the boss. So just go ahead and AoE them down together. And basically, just like before, if you get the debuff on you, make sure there's no one to either side of you. But just go ahead and keep killing them. Go pew pew. And then can. I'd say go ahead and pop your Beastal Wrath and stuff, but don't use anything outside of your 1 minute cooldowns at this point, because you're going to want to save those for the boss. So once the boss appears, you're going to basically want to have each person assigned to a corner that they'll take, and when the boss appears, he will summon ads that will heal him, and if you stand in front of those ads and the beam that goes in between the ad and the boss, it'll heal you instead of the boss, which is pretty critical to actually killing the boss in time. So just go ahead and stand in your predetermined corner and do as much damage as you possibly can to the boss. Pop everything you have. When the waves of beer or whatever come out and you normally have to hop over, you can hop over it, but if you're currently absorbing heals from a ad, you actually don't want to hop over it. So you can see I hopped over it right there, but if I'm currently absorbing heals, then I actually would want to stay where I was, take the damage, and that way end the stun, rather than let the boss heal for a lot. So just make sure if you're currently absorbing 1 or 2 of the ads heals that you're not laying the boss heal at all. So
I can't eat it.
it's better to just eat that thing than not. So that is the final boss and final challenge mode for this tier. And I have no idea how we did it, but somehow we managed to complete every challenge mode with 3 melee and a hunter, and basically 4 buffs and no hero for half the time. So no hero for most of the fights, yeah, so hope you found this guide helpful, and thanks for watching, and give me my feat of strength!